Welcome to the Shenanigans Podcast, episode 10, ladies and gentlemen, hitting the double digits.
10, baby.
I am
Double
Tommy
digits, let's
Tsunami.
go.
We got main man Murph over there. I almost did the wrong direction again.
Over here, we're going to get the day.
We're
We
gonna
know
get
the
it
download
one of
angle.
these-
We know that
one
one,
of
given
these
the
days-
end of last days.
One of these days we'll be in the same room and we won't have to do that.
Exactly.
That's going to be the day we make it.
That'll be the day. You'll see our fingers go across like
we'll
the
talk-
fucking.
we'll do
just like poke each other or something. E.T. Fun Home. Shit, almost pulled out my cord.
But how was your week? How was your week, buddy?
Not bad, man. Not bad. So been trying to go to the gym a little bit more lately. Never skip leg day, and so I actually hit what do they call it? A personal record, I guess. PR, I think is the gym term. I'm not really a gym rat person, but I do know how to work out. Anyway, so the first time, so back in, what year was that? 2012. My junior year in college, I tore my meniscus playing rugby, and it was a 60-40 shot if I was going to be able to do anything athletic ever again. So I said, fuck it, it's better than half, do the surgery. What ended up happening was the thing, I guess trigger warning here for people who aren't big on like body injury stuff. What ended up happening, my meniscus tore completely off of the bone and then like flipped into itself. Ugh. So I actually became a case study for my doctor because he had never seen that before.
Hey.
I was like, hey, sweet, maybe you'll name something after me one day. Who fucking knows? But yeah, so he ended up having to remove about 50% of it and then repairing the rest because of how that happened. And through, Irish stubbornness and just sheer determination, I was able to do athletic things again, and I played rugby my senior year in college, so that was fun. The one drawback was I lost a lot of strength because I was literally on one leg for 6 weeks before I could even put weight on it again. So like that whole thing of like you lose your muscle on things you don't use kind of thing. It was noticeable and it really weirded me out. It was a little unsettling. Like it wasn't like dramatic, but it was still, for me personally, mentally at least, it was like that's unsettling. One leg is bigger than the other. So I had to obviously go through physical therapy and stuff like that to like rebalance everything. And let me tell you, bro, learning how to walk again with two legs was something I never thought I'd ever have to do. It was weird. Like how long was it? Putting my foot down, so to speak, back onto the ground after that long of not walking on it. Pins and needles do not even begin to describe the sensation that I felt, because it was just like my body did not know what to do. But I was able to get through it, walked again. Obviously I'm doing much better. So anyway, long-winded way of saying I finally got my full strength back in my legs right around last week. So I was able to straight bar squat. So like a regular barbell, you put it on like the back of your neck. You can also like hold it in front of you like this. I was able to, oh crap, what's the math on that? I'm terrible at math. It's 3 plates. That's the terminology.
135 plus the bar, another 45.
Yeah, so
180.
Well, no, so 3 plates on each side of the bar. So it would be.
Another.
So was that 305, 315?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Because each one is 40. The bar is 45. Each plate is 45, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I used to be quicker at that. I'm a little rusty, but it's also math. But anywho, but yeah, so I was finally able to do that again. And dude, you want to talk about feeling accomplished and what's that feel good brain chemical, serotonin or some shit like that?
Yep.
Yeah, it was just like, so that was great. That felt amazing. Yeah, I hope I can replicate that, because it was a little bit of a struggle, but I was able to do it.
Yeah.
The fact that I was able to do it is like After all these, it was what, 13 years ago when that injury happened. So
That's a long time.
yeah, talk about talk about a lot of ups and downs of not being as strong as you used to be, and then not quite getting your strength back, and then suddenly you have it. It was a very great moment for me. So
I just
that was
did the
nice.
math in my head. It's 325.
Yeah. Oh shit!
90 is 2 plates, so there's 6 total.
Yeah.
So 90 times 3 is 270 plus 45. Oh, sorry, 315.
Yeah,
315,
okay,
right, yeah.
okay. Sweet, but yeah, so that was nice to be able to do that
I
again.
can't imagine going that long. Like, so when I was in the hospital after my heart attack, I was in a hospital bed for like probably 2 weeks before I even could think about leaving. And I
Right.
had to be able to get up and walk a certain distance. And once I got to the point where I was able to like get out of bed and go use the bathroom, I was just like the first time I got up and walked to the bathroom was so weird. Like, and
Was it like unassisted kind of thing?
well, I had like the wheel, the big pole that has like the IVs and shit that has wheels on it.
Right.
So I obviously had that to kind of like support myself. I can't imagine going 6+ weeks without walking and having to learn again. That's crazy.
It was.
Crazy.
I got really good on crutches though.
That's fair. I broke my ankle playing softball. Yeah, God, probably. Honestly, it's probably like 6 or 8 months before we started working together.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it was it happened while I was at my job before, and I got laid off from that job shortly after I was fully healed from that.
Oh.
But I got really good with crutches because that was a bad break too. Like I heard it when I slid into third base.
Oh no.
But yeah, I can't imagine going that long and having to relearn how to walk. That's nuts.
It was weird, man. It really was. But you know what else is weird? The way our states do jury duty. I hear you tell me you have a story about this, huh?
I do. So that's what my week is leading up to. I am summoned for jury duty this week. Last week, I did go to a comedy show on Saturday night. That was a blast. Got some really good food. Watched a couple good comedians. One of the radio personalities I listen to every day, he showed up because he's friends with the comedian. He did a little like 5-minute little set there. But this was the week I got a letter. You're summoned for jury duty. Now, I've done jury duty in both states that we are from. So I am familiar to an extent with both of them. Not sure how it is now. But my experience up north, you get summoned for a day, you go, you sit in that room for 8 hours, and you hope they don't call you.
Pretty much.
When I went, they made us watch a video on how to be a juror, which seemed a little weird. Nobody actually paid attention to it. But down
I don't think anybody ever does, yeah.
Down here, when you get summoned for jury duty, it's for an entire week. So,
how does that work?
So, I have to be available this entire week to go in if I am selected for jury duty. I do not have to go in every day unless I am called in. So I'm not required to miss a day of work unless I am on a case, which I think is fantastic.
Right.
Because that little $15 or whatever they give you doesn't make up for a day of work at all.
No. Never has, never will.
I mean, maybe in the 1950s it might have covered a day of work.
Back when $15 equals like $1,500 or some shit. Yeah.
So,
inflation.
So I got my first text, because you can sign up for text updates, which is nice. So basically they text you the night before if you have to go in. So the last 2 days I have gotten a text message that I don't have to go in. It's kind of bad that I do want to get summoned on Wednesday because I don't want to go to this stupid work training I got to go to, but that's besides the point.
Ooh, yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, it would be a shame if I got summoned and I couldn't go to this training that you got me to go to.
This would be so terrible.
Which is why we're recording on a different night and we're doing things a little different here because once we get to the football, you'll understand why.
Yeah.
But we are recording on a different day.
Indubitably.
And just something that popped into my head on the way home, we're going to do a little Tommy Tries. And we're going to try,
like
this is what we're going to do when we're going to try new beers, new foods. Like, let's say somewhere new opens up nearby, some food. I'll grab some food. We'll try it. We'll make a little segment of it when we can.
Yeah.
We could do Murphy's Munchies as well.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So
I was gonna. I had that in my head. I was so glad you said it.
Let us know in the comments if you actually like that idea. If there's stuff you want us to try, we can do that as well.
Yep.
So let us know in the comments for sure.
I think if I do a drink, it could be Chris's Chugs or something like that, or Chris Chugs.
There we go.
That doesn't.
That
A little bit of alliteration here.
Yeah. But either way, this is called Florida Man.
Kind of like that show we talked about.
I failed by not getting this the week we talked to the show. But it is a double IPA. If you couldn't tell, I'm a fan of IPAs here, guys.
I was going to say, you really like your IPAs, my dude.
I mean, you like your stouts, I like my IPAs.
I do.
That's just how I'm not a fan of stouts. Not my thing.
Yeah, totally fair. Totally fair.
So, yeah. I mean,
I like some IPAs, not all.
I can't say I've had a stout that I actually like. They're a little too heavy, a little thick and heavy for me.
Fick.
So, I mean, I've gone to like beer fests, so to speak, where they give you like the samples. And I've had a couple where like the sample was good.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not something that I could sit there and drink you know what I mean?
Right. The sample was enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
So I had one chocolate stout at this one that they did downtown in Connecticut, we'll say that much, where we grew up. They actually did the beer fest right next to the police station. Which seemed like a complete trap, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this seems like a trap.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But it was awesome. Like, we got to try all these different beers. If I remember correctly, the ticket was free.
Oh, nice.
I don't
free
remember.
$99 is the best line.
I don't remember if like I went with one of my friends, with my buddy Bobo, and I don't remember if he got the tickets or I don't remember. One of us got the tickets and somehow it was free for one of us. I don't remember. One of us went for free.
Got it.
I might have been given the tickets from somebody else that couldn't go, and that's how we got to go.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Yeah, because it was back when I worked at the grocery store I used to work at, and that was a blast. We tried I tried a chocolate stout that I actually liked. I was like, this tastes like chocolate milk.
Ooh.
And then probably about like 10 minutes afterwards, I was like, yeah, that kind of unsettled everything with what I tried prior, you know what I mean? I probably should have tried that one first.
Yep. That's fair.
But yeah,
you wouldn't happen to remember the name of that stout, would you? Because if it tastes like chocolate,
Chris, that was probably because you got to figure I've been at my job now for 11 years.
Right.
I was at my job prior to that for about 4, and this was the job prior to that I was at for 5 years.
Oh, jeez.
So we're talking way back. We're talking like almost 20 years ago. It was fair. It was pretty much right when I turned 21, and I'm almost 40 now. So
I was still a wee lad.
You might, I don't know. You probably weren't old enough to drink at that point.
Oh no, not even close.
Yeah, because it was definitely when I was like 21, 22ish.
Gotcha. I was probably close, but
not quite there.
Yeah. Didn't stop me. What? Who said that?
Didn't stop me, but nonetheless.
I was gonna say, anywho.
But yeah, hopefully, knock on wood, we don't go into jury duty this week. We'll keep you updated next week. If I do, we obviously can't talk about the case, but you'll know. I'll let
he
you know.
Did it. Oh shit! Right, one right. He did it.
But
again, we're gonna get the pointing thing one of these days.
We're gonna get it one of these days. But speaking of a trap, it's not really Admiral Akbar, but it is taking place in space. What's going on with Halo?
Oh, yeah.
I hear big things are going on with Halo.
Oh yeah. So, where do I even start here? So, as you know, Tommy, I fucking love Halo.
You're wearing Halo. They can't really see
I am
it, but
wearing Halo.
he is wearing Halo.
Orbital Drop Shot Trooper, ODST. Hopefully my background will allow me to show it.
Yep.
Got a nice little tattoo.
There you go.
You know, I have a lot of other things, but anywho, so Halo Infinite came out recently. What, 4 years ago now?
So, yeah. About 4 or 5 years ago now.
It was supposed to come out with the new Xbox. I say new, but new at the time. Yeah. It was supposed to be a launch game. Obviously, it got delayed. Whatever. Say what you will about a lot of people think it's bad. You know, 343 bad, Bungie good, blah blah blah. It's like who fucking cares?
I didn't play the campaign, but I loved the multiplayer. I will say
right.
that I felt like Infinite felt really good, and it felt like back to the true roots of Halo.
Exactly.
I played a ton
in my opinion, Halo Infinite perfectly balanced classic Halo feel with modern day gaming.
Yeah, movement and stuff
because it's a lot faster paced. It's a lot more snapshotting, things like that. It's much quicker than it used to be back in the day, where it was like more methodical.
Yeah.
Not as hectic and crazy. It's basically like, if you, at least in Halo 1, Halo CE, if you got the pistol, you win. So speaking of like the multiplayer and stuff, they have the Halo World Championship going on this weekend. Now, according to, let me backtrack a little bit. Okay, so the last time they did I think this was at the last World, if I'm not mistaken. 343 had a huge announcement that they were working on multiple projects and switching to the Unreal Engine.
Okay.
With that announcement came the rebranding of 343 into Halo Studios, which is what it is now. So we went from Bungie to 343, now it's Halo Studios. 343 and Halo Studios still obviously were under the Microsoft banner in terms of like, well, Bungie technically was too, but they were also independent. That's a different story. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So they last big announcement was when they rebranded and when they announced that they were going to the Unreal Engine. But this time it's been kind of like news that's been kind of gradually coming out. This Halo World Championship is going to be the last one for Halo Infinite. Or like just Halo multiplayer in general for the foreseeable future. That being said, they're going to announce, they're calling it project updates, but everybody's hopeful that it's going to be a game that they're announcing, whether it's the next chapter in Halo or the worst kept secret since they announced the Unreal Engine Switch, Halo CE Remastered. Which is basically what they were showing off.
I have been seeing that. I've been seeing that all over the internet.
Yeah, because like that's how they showed off that they were switching to the Unreal Engine, was like, hey, this is what Halo CE looks like in the Unreal Engine. So, crap, my screen got locked. So they, so everyone was like, oh, you guys are clearly remaking Halo CE, which is the first Halo game. And now, technically, that's already been done. They already did a remaster of it, but that got mixed receptions, so it was kind of like, whatever.
It's not remastering on the Unreal Engine either.
Exactly. So, how they remaster... Now, whether or not it turns out to be a remaster or a remake remains to be seen. Because with the Unreal Engine, you have a lot more options, and it's a lot... You can do a lot more, and you could potentially add more to the game if they so choose. Mm-hmm. I hope they kind of keep it as is. Like, it would be very difficult to essentially reboot Halo as a franchise. I mean, Halo Infinite was a soft reboot as it is, so that would be kind of weird if they decided to go the remake route as opposed to just remastering. Yeah. Now, the thing that's confusing me about the tournament here is they're announcing their project update. They're calling it the project update on Friday. Like after the first round of games and stuff like that. Normally they would save the big announcements for like right before the championship series, which is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, which
so like the fact that they're announcing it on the first day, also in the middle of the day, it's according to the schedule I have pulled up in front of me. It's 1 p.m. Now I'm guessing they're going off of Pacific time, so that might be different for us people on the East Coast.
Is that where it's taking place?
Yeah, it's going to be in Seattle.
So it's probably 4 o'clock our time, 1 o'clock their time.
Right. So I mean, I'll be out of work at that time, but still, like, it's still kind of like the middle of the day for most people, at least on the West Coast. But like the fact that they're announcing it on the very first day is interesting to me because, again, why not just save the big stuff for like right before the big championship? Like you're gonna, like that's when the most viewership is gonna be. So it's like why would you change that up? But like at the same time, I get, hey, we're trying to generate hype for the last Halo Infinite tournament that we're ever gonna have.
That is my thought. Is
right.
This is now going to put the eyes back on the actual championship, and also it doesn't take away from the championship.
Exactly.
Because if you do it in the middle of the championship and it's that good, gets that good of a response, now your fan base cares more about this than what's actually going on right in front of them. So that's another reason why I could see doing it either way.
Right. Now, another thing, a lot of people have been speculating about this, of like what they're going to announce, because initially when they rebranded as Halo Studios, and the whole Unreal Engine thing, they said they were working on multiple projects, not just the worst kept secret of Halo CE remastered. Or I mean, who knows if they're actually? I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not they're actually doing that. But I mean, come on.
That's definitely the way all signs seem to be pointing.
Yeah, pretty much. So most people are thinking it's going to be that, and not so much like the next chapter of Halo, like post Halo Infinite, because like there really hasn't been any build up for that at all.
Yeah.
So, however, there was a Halo leaker. I forget his name off the top of my head. That's going to bother me, but there was it was like Grunt something, I think. Anyway, so he's a well-known, I guess, leaker of information when it comes to Halo, and he's been pretty spot on for most of it. Obviously, you're not going to get everything right. And he posted a picture of, I guess, like it was like a shooting star or a comet or something like that.
Okay.
Now, in Halo, yes, it takes place in space, but a lot of the time, obviously, you're on the ground and stuff like that, and your Master Chief going around fighting. A lot of people pointed to the opening of Halo 3 compared to that, because in Halo 3, you see, like Cortana's like doing the whole narration, and it's like nighttime, and then a big fireball's coming through the sky, and then that's when Chief kind of like, well, you don't know it's Chief at the time, but a little thing splits off and just kind of like crash lands, and it ends up being Chief. Now the big fireball was the Prophet's ship that shows up at the end of Halo 2, and then that's just the ship entering the atmosphere and landing, basically. So a lot of people, this particular leaker was like, produced that, or not produced the photo, like posted the photo of that comet, and was like, they said multiple projects, somebody said something about a comet, this makes me think of Halo 3.
Yeah. They
might be doing Halo 3 remastered, which a lot of people, now when I say a lot of people, how should I put it? It's a lot of newer fans, if that makes sense, of Halo. So like,
it's the newer people that are noticing this? Is that what you're saying?
No. So let me explain. Sorry. So a lot of newer fans have been asking for Halo 3 remastered.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So like when I say newer fans, I mean basically people who found Halo through Halo 3 or Halo Reach, like the very end of the Bungie era, or even ODST. Hell yeah. So a lot of people who found Halo through that are the ones who are speculating that it's going to be a Halo 3 remaster. Also, they're the ones who want it to be a Halo 3 remaster. Now, the older fans like myself, who have been on it since, or been fans of Halo basically since CE, and have been throughout the whole Halo story, kind of 50-50 on it. Well, I'll speak for myself. I won't speak for everybody else.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm kind of 50-50 on it if they even should touch Halo 3 in terms of like remastering and things like that. I don't think they need to. Halo 3 is fine as it is. It's probably the best Halo game in terms of like being put together. Like, it concludes the story, at least of the first trilogy. Has probably one of the best multiplayers of the franchise.
Okay.
Which, you know, obviously that's debatable and that's totally fine. But in terms of story and multiplayer, it's perfectly balanced in my opinion. So I don't think they really need to do anything. Could it use a graphical update?
Maybe.
Really?
I mean, maybe.
I mean,
like,
it's
for the
maybe,
PC,
maybe not. But like
for the PC people, yes, that's where
PC people.
I hate to say it, but like now that
I get it.
we can get Halo on Steam, you can now run that on, you know what I mean, like you said, Unreal Engine and get the full potential of what Halo really could have looked like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can see why, yes, a graphical update would make sense in that mindset. But how is that is that worth it at the same time to the Halo community?
Right, exactly. And like my thought is, even when I play Halo 3 now, it still looks good. It's not like...
See, I don't think I've ever played Halo 3, to be honest. I played 1, 2, a little bit of Reach, a tiny bit of multiplayer in 5, and then I played a bunch of multiplayer Infinite. But I haven't played really any campaign. I started the Reach campaign because it was chronologically before Combat Evolved.
Right.
At least that's what I was told.
Yep, it is. It is.
So I played that one before anything else because I was going to play through them all the way through the story again. Because I loved 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like Halo 2, I beat that the first weekend it released. I beat that within 2 days of it releasing. I was at the midnight release with my best friend at the time, waiting outside from like 8 p.m. to midnight outside the local GameStop and...
Yep.
Or sorry, at that time it wasn't even GameStop. It was
what was it, EB Game? Was it EB Games?
I think it was EB Games, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Can we bring back midnight releases, man? Those things are so much fun.
The problem is you can't
everything's digital now. That's the problem.
Like, you can buy a physical game, but there's so many games now that all that disc does is give you an access code to download the game.
Which is fucking stupid. I hate that so much.
I get
I just want to put in my disc and play.
I get it because games have so many updates now. There's so many like patch fixes. Like back in the old days, you didn't get games fixed. Like if you got a game with a fucking glitch, you were stuck with it.
Pretty much.
And you know how many times like people had to start over their game because of a glitch or...
Oh yeah.
So I get why they went that route because now we can fix our stuff and you guys don't have to go start your whole game over because you found a glitch that you can't get out of and you can't save your game or can't go back to your last save. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And like Halo 3 didn't really have those kind of problems, at least that I knew of.
No, but I'm just saying in general, that's why they went that route.
I might be forgetting some things that happened, but in terms of like graphics and stuff like that, sure, if a graphical update, sure, why not? But I don't think it needs it because if you look at the Halo 2 remaster, which is fucking gorgeous, compared to like the original Halo 2 graphics, it is jarring. But like at the same time, Halo 2 compared to Halo 1 was like, whoa, this is amazing.
And they were both on the original Xbox, and there wasn't 3 on the 360.
Yeah, 3 was on the 360.
So
and then so was ODST and Reach.
Yeah, and you got a big jump going from 2 to then going to those games.
Exactly.
So I can see where you're like, oh well, 3 was that much better that it's right about where the remaster of Halo 2 was. I can see where you're like, oh well, we don't need it at that point.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because it's like, sure, it doesn't look as gorgeous and shiny as Halo 2 Remastered, but it doesn't need to. Yeah. Because it looks great for what it is. So it's like, I wouldn't be mad at a graphical update. That's totally fine, and slight improvement of life things here, or quality of life things here and there. That's fine. But I don't think it really needs it given its current state of like just existing. So would I be mad at it? No. Do I think it needs to happen? Not really. Do I think they're going to do it? Probably not. It's definitely going to be more than likely Halo CE. Now, if they do announce it, I will be surprised But I will be even more surprised if they announce both. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Like, what the fuck? But here's the thing, though. The way they have it worded, now, Halo Studios 343, however you want to call them, it's Halo Studios. That's their official name. I shouldn't say it that way.
Yeah, but some people still know them as 343. Like, there's still
that's
people...
fair. That's fair. So the way they have it worded on the schedule is Halo Studios Project is singular.
Okay.
Now, they did say they were working on multiple projects, plural, but in the schedule it just says project update.
Okay.
So
it's just a single project.
Yeah, so they're probably going to only do one project update unless they surprise us and give us a little bonus. Now, that's the one on Friday in the middle of the day. Who knows what we'll see what happens. There's a lot of mystery around that, in my opinion. Hopefully it generates enough hype and hopefully it's a good payoff. Now the next one that I have highlighted or whatever, Halo Esports check-in, and that's going to be on Saturday at 4:30 according to this. Again, it's probably Pacific time. This is going to be like 7:30 for us on the East Coast. Yep. So Halo Esports check-in, I'm guessing that means they're probably going to try and discuss the future of Halo Esports.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because again, this is going to be the last...
Something's got to change if this is the end.
Right. So, they're probably going to discuss the future of what it's going to look like because, again, this is the last Halo Infinite tournament that they're going to host. So, depending on what game they announce on Friday... will that be the game that they're going to use for the esports going forward until the next Halo game or whatever that ends up being. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with that. Because I love watching these Halo tournaments, man. Like it's so weird watching the players do things that it's just like, oh, I could do that. And then you try to do that and you're just like, I really can't fucking do this. Holy shit. Because it's it doesn't look like they're doing anything crazy, but when you try to do the things that they do, it is fucking hard. And power to them. I mean, they're pros for a reason.
That's what professionals do. Tom Brady doesn't make it look hard to be an NFL quarterback, but it sure as hell is.
Yeah, just ask Joe Burrow. Too soon?
My question here, though, when they do these tournaments, they're all playing on PC, I'm assuming, correct?
They're playing on PC screens.
They're not running it through a computer?
I think they are actually. I think they're
okay.
Yeah.
There's a big reason I asked. Assuming they're all playing on computer, right?
Yep.
What if the future of Halo Esports involves varying games and it being almost like not like a League of Legends, but like a league system, right? So you have kind of like the Overwatch League, right? You had all these teams, and you did like weekly matchups. What if it's going more of that option? Like, okay, we're gonna have these because I'm assuming it's what, like 3v3 or 5v5.
4v4.
4v4. I got the two opposite. But either way,
we got there.
It's a team-based thing. So you obviously now have these teams, kind of like Rocket League does. Now they don't have like a league system, but they have your classic teams like your FaZe, your NRG, your Cloud9, whatever. Yep. I don't think Cloud9 has it, but just as an example.
Right. Yeah, Cloud9's a big name here. When Halo Infinite first came out, they won the first Worlds tournament. So they were big, at least in the beginning. They kind of fell off now. One thing I've noticed with a lot of esports teams is they'll have a solid group in the beginning, and then they'll dominate for a while, but then that group...
And then people rotate in. It was the same way with Rocket League. There was a lot of teams with Rocket League, because Rocket League's only 3. So you've got people moving teams and swapping teams constantly.
Right.
My thought is,
and it's interesting.
If you do a league system, what if you're using all the Halo games? Because you're playing on PC, you have the entire Master Chief Collection.
Right.
What if now, this week's challenge is, your matchup is in Halo 2. A week later, your matchup's in Halo Infinite. What if they did something? How cool? Like, to me, that would be fucking awesome. I would love watching that because every week it's something different. And you can have every matchup be the same game. So that way you can go in every week knowing what game you're playing and you know what I mean, train for that week. Like, I don't want it to necessarily be a surprise or different with everybody. Like, each week could be a different game, though. And then now you got to know different, because every game plays a little different, feels a little different.
Yeah.
Different things work in different games. It's the same way with Battlefield, Call of Duty, any sort of game like that. You got to learn just, I hate to say meta, because that's, in my opinion, what ruins gaming is metas.
Yeah, that ruins most games in general. Like card games, for example, you learn the meta cards, and it's just like, oh, okay, fine.
Well, it's the same way with Marvel Rivals or Overwatch. Like, you have a meta that just works better than everything else.
Right.
And that ruins games. But if the meta is different in every game, you then have to know all these different metas and be able to play that way. It really challenges those pros to be the best of the best.
Exactly. And then another thing is, in Halo, at least Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite have sprint. The other games don't. Well, Reach technically does with the armor ability, but, like, that's an armor ability, so you can't really count that.
It's not just something you can do.
Exactly. It's not just a thing. So going from, like, Halo 2 to Halo Infinite would be probably very jarring in terms of controls, but that would add to the challenge. Yeah, exactly. That'd be
cool as shit.
So just be like, oh, right, I'm not sprinting. I'm playing Halo 2, and my guy's just running as it is. So it's like, it makes you think more. So, you play Slayer in Halo Infinite, but then you play Capture the Flag in Halo 2.
Yeah. And then game mode's going to be different every week. Like, you can change every little thing of it and make it different every single week in your matchup. And it adds a lot of variety and spice to it.
Right. So that would be interesting. I don't think they're going to do that. That's a really cool idea, though.
Think they would. I don't know either. But like that's a mindset. Yeah. Like, because if you're playing on computer, you can play any of the Halo games.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to me,
these are all also LAN matches as opposed to, like, online.
Well, yeah,
because they're on the physical stage.
Well, you can do LAN with console or PC. That's why I asked.
Right. Yeah.
I assume it's PC because you're gonna have more reliability, in my opinion, than you would on a console.
More than likely, yeah. And plus, you got
the game performance.
Yeah, the monitors are obviously going to be better refresh rate and
higher
all
resolution,
those resolution, all those, like, specs and technology that I personally don't give a shit about. But, like,
well, and also my reason for asking too is mouse and keyboard versus controller.
That's funny you say that.
That's another reason why I asked. Do they all use controller? Is that, like, required? Can they play either or?
No, it's you can use whatever you want as long as you're good enough to play.
Yeah.
So 90% of the player, or probably more like 97% of the players, I can only think of maybe 2 people, and this is fairly a recent addition. I can only think of 2 players offhand. I don't know their names. I just know that they exist. That play mouse and keyboard.
Really?
Now they have their own, like, personal, like, portable mouse and keyboards that they can attach to the computers that they use. And then everybody else just uses their own controllers.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they using scuff controllers? I'm just curious.
What controllers?
Scuff controllers. Like,
I have no idea.
Do they have the extra buttons and shit? Like, the paddles
I don't know because they never show the controllers. They only show the people's faces, so I honestly don't know.
So my only reason for asking is just the response time of a mouse and keyboard compared to a controller. And there's no 0 point on a mouse and keyboard like there is on a controller.
Gotcha.
So there is always an aiming advantage when being. I mean, I guess if your aim assist is that good, you know what I mean, you can kind of make up for it.
Right.
But in just natural movement, left to right, up and down with your aiming, there is a 100% huge advantage to having a mouse. Because if you go to aim left or right, you don't have to hit that middle point before you're actually moving that other direction. It's more switching directions, and that's where the advantage is. Okay. Like going right to left, you're gonna move. You're gonna move the entire time you're moving left with a mouse.
Right.
With a controller, you don't start moving left till you hit the middle point, and then you're moving left. So that's why I ask. I feel like more people would want to play mouse and keyboard, but they're also probably the diehard Halo people. Like, I have friends that are just better with controller than they'll ever be with mouse and keyboard, and I get it.
Oh yeah, and I think that's the thing is like
I am
Halo's
just the opposite, so I'm better with mouse and keyboard than a controller.
That's totally fair, and I get that, and being a person who's never been a PC gamer outside of like I don't know like RTSs like
and tabletop sim.
yeah, tabletop sim, fucking pro at that, man. Whew. Come see me in Magic, baby. But yeah, so like outside of like RTSs like Empire Earth or Dawn of War and all that,
yeah,
I never really used the PC for
gaming and
shooters or for games in general. So like and Halo's always really been a console game, so it's always really been a controller.
It wasn't on PC until very recent, until a few years ago.
Well, technically 1 and 2 were on PC
when they came out.
But yeah.
Oh really? Oh yeah, because it was still a Microsoft company. So I don't see why not.
And there were a few like PC exclusives that were on those games as opposed to the console games, which is kind of funny. Like there was a rocket launcher Warthog in Halo 1 on the PC, but not on not on the console.
A rocket launcher Warthog would be sick. Why was it on a console? What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. And they had like exclusive maps and things like that. So it was there. It just didn't have a presence because back then PCs weren't really gaming PCs like they are now.
I would say they were gaming for certain games.
Right. And this is also back in 2001.
Correct.
So
you were doing your MMOs, you were doing your RTSs, you were doing those kind of games mostly on a computer.
Exactly.
And consoles were way more accessible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of why console gaming will never go away.
Right.
It's a million times more accessible than a gaming.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But
and you don't have to
I'm that
build
guy
anything.
that guy that will say that will live on this hill. The second you switch to a gaming computer, you will never leave a gaming PC. You just won't. You won't because
I believe it. I believe
when
it.
you can get all the same shit plus Steam, like the amount of stuff on Steam, that's not only free, but the old games that you can get that don't have servers left anymore on a console that you can't play on a console anymore, you can play on a PC. So that the library is exponentially. Oh, move that a little too far. Is exponentially bigger on a PC than an Xbox.
Right. And I think that's going to be the shift these days, because like back then, obviously, it made more sense to play it on the console because it just performed better, et cetera, et cetera.
Well,
Nowadays, obviously, the shift is going towards the PC, which is totally fine. I have no problems with that.
Consoles are still they're keeping up with them for the most part.
Absolutely.
It is making gaming more accessible for people. I will never shame someone for being a console gamer, because if I didn't if I didn't have friends that were PC gamers, I wouldn't have this PC that I have next to me.
Gotcha.
I got my first PC mostly this was for streaming. It was literally the streaming purpose, and then maybe a few games. Because
you're streaming on Twitch at Tommy Tsunami?
Of course.
420? TTV?
We're always no TTV. No TTV.
Tommy Tsunami 420. Yeah. I'm thinking the website. Anyway, Tommy Tsunami 420 on Twitch.
That's
that was a terrible plug. Damn. Thought I had it.
But no, I bought it mostly because I was sick of using my phone to watch chat. Like that's not fair. 99% of what I got it for was like, I don't like reading chat on my phone. I'm playing on an Xbox because that's where all my shit is. Like, I'm not gonna let's be honest, Rocket League was the game that got me where I am on Twitch, and it's not anywhere at all. Let's be honest.
You have a presence at least. You have a fan base.
I do. I have more followers than I ever thought I would have. But if I had to go off of a percentage, I'd say about 85 to 90% come from Rocket League, and they don't show up anymore. There's still a few people that I met through Rocket League that show up because we still raid each other, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, that Rocket League community, when I started, like they welcomed me. And
that's always good to have a welcoming community like that.
It just got to the point where I lost the fun of Rocket League. It didn't have the fun it had for years. I'll be honest, a lot of the Rocket League streamers that I love to go and watch and hang out with stopped streaming as well.
Oh wow. Okay. Gotcha.
So that too was like, well, the people I like to go watch play Rocket League either aren't on often or aren't streaming anymore.
Right.
Because we all just relied on Rocket League.
Right.
And that's what I said. I'm going to start branching out. I need to do stuff that's not just Rocket League. Because with where the game was going, I thought the game was doomed. How it's still as popular as it is because it's a competitive game you can jump in and play.
Exactly, and that's what also keeps Halo afloat.
Exactly, that's what Halo is. You can jump in and just play. You can play a couple games and leave if you want to leave.
Exactly, and it drives me fucking batshit crazy when people are like, "Oh, Halo's dead. What do you mean? What you trying to blah 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 blah?" Shut the fuck up.
You go.
People still play this fucking game.
You try to go into the biggest franchise. You're in. You're not going to be waiting.
It's one of the largest gaming. It's one of the largest franchises in gaming fucking history. Shut the fuck up. It is not dead. It never will. It will die when they stop making it. Okay.
It'll die
until that point. It is not fucking dead.
Yeah,
exactly.
Once they shut down the server, then you can say it's dead.
Yeah, and even then, we've seen the people. Yeah, and even then, we've seen the people, like those famous 12 people who played Halo 2 until the server shut down and finally kicked them out. Bungie like recognized those people, like they sent them shit.
Yeah, because like
they did the same thing with the Halo 3.
You are the OGs. That's what you are.
Exactly, and the same thing happened when they shut down the Halo 3 servers. Like people will play this game literally until the end. So everybody who's saying that Halo is dead, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? It's gets me a little more fired up than Salted Caramel, which doesn't even fucking exist.
Clip this, Cheetah. But yeah, no, it's the same idea. I get it. And that's where I'm like, what if they make it where it's just one big game with everything in it? That's
that would
why
be
I said, like,
wild.
So then it could be any map, it could be any game mode, it could be any style. That's my mind. That, like, to me, that would be the ultimate Halo competitive scene.
Right.
You're gonna get a week by week matchup. You're gonna know what game it is and what game mode it is. I'm not gonna say go in there blind. As cool as going in there blind would be.
Well, you might know the game mode, but the blind part would be the game that you're playing.
What actual game it is? Yeah.
Which version of Halo are you playing? Like the lineup could be Slayer, Capture the Flag, King of the Hill.
But you just don't know
it's going to be Halo. Exactly, you don't know which Halo game it's going to be. It could be Halo 5, Halo Infinite, Halo CE, or various forms of it. Now, the only one you couldn't include, obviously, is ODST because that's its own thing. But
what do you mean by its own thing?
Well, because you don't play as a Spartan, you play as a
that's right.
ODST.
Yeah.
The thing that ODST brought was I
only played like the first couple, like the first little bit.
Gotcha. So like the multiplayer in ODST was Firefight, which is
free for all, right?
No. So, remember Horde mode from Gears of War?
Yep.
It's Halo's version of that. I hate to say it. I hate to make that comparison, but that's essentially what it is.
Well, people love Horde mode. I know a lot of people that love Horde mode.
Yeah, exactly. And in ODST, I mean, they brought the firefight back in Halo Infinite recently, so it's in there, and you're fighting. It's PvE as opposed to PvP.
Yeah. Well, that's
so you're fighting waves of.
Love that. I know a lot of people that loved it.
Right, and it was successful enough in ODST. They put it in Reach, and then they finally brought it back in Infinite because I don't think it was in 4 and 5. Because that got more.
Couldn't you do like custom maps and stuff in it, or at least in Infinite you could do custom maps, right?
Oh yeah, you could. That was Forge mode. That came in Halo 3. That was one of the unique things about Halo 3 is you could create.
I thought you could do both in Halo Infinite. Is what I'm saying. Firefight with custom. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Like, to me, that's cool. It's this mode that we haven't played in years, and I can do my custom maps to it. Awesome.
Right. I think it might be a little bit limited given whatever the capabilities, obviously, but as far as I know, you can play on your custom maps. But yeah, so ODST would be the only one excluded, I guess. But if they throw in like a firefight who lasts longer type of thing, maybe that could be part of it. Who knows?
That's fair.
But yeah, so that would be very. I'm honestly, this might sound weird. I'm honestly more curious about what they're going to do for the esports.
Then
So like the
else,
esport, then what the next game is, because at this point I'm convinced it's just a remaster of.
I feel like I planted. I'm the salt guy. I'm the salt bay. I salted that. I salted that steak. I salted that steak that marinated in that brain.
You salted the steak and not the fucking caramel. Doesn't need to be salted, but yeah. So because I mean, to me, it's going to be Halo CE remastered, which I am totally fine with. I know they already technically did it, but I didn't really care for how they remastered it. It was cool, but what was it? The level 343 Guilty Spark, where you first discover the Flood. That level is terrifying because it's dark and you can't see shit,
bro.
And you're in the swamp.
That was the level people looked at me and said, "Thank you for showing me this game."
Yeah, yeah. I had to have my older brother sit with me and play through that level the first time because obviously when I was back in 2001 I was a child. So I definitely shouldn't have been playing that game, but that's okay. Having an older brother has its perks.
Yes.
So he helped me get through that level, and once I got past it, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm good. Now in the remake or the remaster, the one that 343 did, they brightened it up a lot.
Oh,
it's like going from dark mode on your phone to like its original settings, and then you're just blind for the next like 30 seconds. So like it took away the fear factor that original, and like the mystery, the unknown, I'm not fighting the Covenant anymore. There's something else going on here, and this is scaring the shit out of me.
Yep.
It took away the atmosphere. So it was like,
I get
and
that.
Honestly,
I get that 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful, but it was one of those, like, I feel...
It's a different aesthetic, for sure.
It really is. It's like, a lot of people say that it's basically Halo CE with the aesthetic of Halo Reach, and I kind of agree with that, because Halo Reach had this weird... I shouldn't say weird. It had this, like, brown sheen, dusty sheen to it, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Whereas, like, Halo... or like all the other Halo games, or at least 1, 2, and 3, have like kind of a green, a little bit brighter sheen to it. It's a little bit more colorful. The colors pop more. Whereas in Halo Reach, it's like everything's kind of muted, even though it's semi-colorful, but that's just the atmosphere. It's a military planet, so it's like a little more on the grays and browns. So it's like it's kind of again, a lot of the stuff looks beautiful, but it feels like they did too much. Okay, like less is more, simplistic is better, that whole thing. I feel like they tried to do too much, which is kind of what 343's downfall was they tried to do too much. I appreciated it for what it was, but it was one of those like, you guys need to calm down.
That's fair.
But here we are. So we'll see how if it ends up being the Halo remaster or the Halo CE remaster, we'll see how it goes. Unreal Engine should be interesting. I will say this: I didn't really care for how the energy swords looked. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Something about it being all wavy and like transparent and shit. I don't know. It kind of takes away the fear factor of that, if you will.
That's fair. You know what else is wavy?
Yeah.
You know what else is wavy?
What's that?
Football fans in a stadium.
Oh, hey. They sure are, especially when they've had a few drinks.
But yeah,
so
we'll definitely check in with some updates for you.
Absolutely.
I guess next week or the week after.
Yeah, you'll probably get an excited text from me being like, "Holy fuck, I called it!"
I'm sure we'll follow up on the next episode or whatever. But yeah, I'm curious. Absolutely. I have to work this weekend, so I probably won't be watching. And
that's unfortunate.
On Friday, Pumpkin Jeff drops, so I got to go work on getting it.
Of course.
Pumpkin Jeff skin drops, and I got to have the spooky Jeff skin.
Don't forget
to go get your good boy for Doctor Strange when you have a second.
Oh yeah.
I'll do
that.
Little doggo.
Little spirit doggo.
We got to get to football stuff because we're running out of time here.
Yeah, We're having too much fun talking about Halo.
We got sucked into the Halo, but we got our...
We did. Who does that to you, man?
We got our football picks, and then we also got... I do have some blind rankings, which I may just.
Okay.
Maybe we'll record that separate. We'll decide once we're done with the football stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll see how much time we got left, and then we'll
see
go
where
from
we're
there.
at in time. Let me get my pen. Where did my pen go? Right here. Got it. Boom. All right.
Boom.
As always, we do our football picks of the week. Chris, we're just gonna mention the sad thing that was my parlay this weekend. And it's something we're thinking about bringing you guys in for and having you guys join us while we do it. I did a 13-leg parlay this week, guys. I hit the first 10, and I went into Sunday night. I went into Sunday night with so much aggression and hope. And the Atlanta Falcons,
in his eyes.
The Atlanta Falcons let me down, and Chris saw
him
me.
dirty.
Chris saw me after the two big wins from the Giants and the Packers. I lost $500 parlay. Man, we were this close. But nonetheless.
Well, the Giants didn't win though.
But that's what I mean. Giants game, not the Giants. The Giants.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, wait.
I picked the Broncos,
right.
and
that
came down to the last 3 seconds. The Packers game came down to the last minute. It was intense. Needless to say, I didn't win my parlay. So on to this week's football games. Right now, like I said, we're recording on a different day, so it is Monday night. The Buccaneers game is currently going on. This is really the determining pick of the week. The Bucks and the Lions from last week that we had. So we'll update you come Wednesday next week where we're at points-wise. Right now, I am still down 4 points. 46-42. We're
still close.
We're both getting a lot of games right, though. I'll say that much.
We are.
We're
getting good at this.
This week we got, first up, the Vikings and the Chargers. Who you got, Chris?
Oof. Chargers. I don't know what to think of. I want to think they're good, but they keep on like proving me wrong.
They're missing players though. They're missing.
That's very true.
That's what I think is hurting them.
Yeah.
But
They're banged up.
The Vikings also suck though.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, they're also playing the Vikings, so it's like, I mean, they're 3-3, but that record doesn't really speak volumes to me. So I'm going to lean towards the Chargers in this one. Hopefully they can pull it off.
I think I'm going to as well, as much as I love Justin Jefferson, and I think he is a MVP level wide receiver. I don't think a wide receiver will ever win an MVP, and then at least going forward for a while. It's gonna take a lot. So I am also going the Chargers. Up next, I think we both know where we're going with this pick. We got the Cowboys and the Broncos. Who you got, Chris?
I don't know, man. The way the Broncos played against the Giants, I think I'm going to lean towards your boys. I think I'm leaning towards your boys on this one, man.
The Broncos put up 30 points in the first quarter, and you're trusting the Cowboys?
I think the Cowboys are better than the Giants. And they're going to put up more points than the Giants.
Not defensively. Not defensively.
Fair.
That's what worries me. Their defense their defense showed up this week. I don't trust it. I'm taking the Broncos.
All right. That's fine. I'm picking your boys, bro. I'm picking your boys.
I'm not because like this past week, I took them. It was the Commanders. Do you know? So I'm curious. Do you know what Dak Prescott's record or pass to touchdown ratio is against the Commanders in his career at home, because they were at home? Touchdown to interceptions. What do you think his ratio is?
What do I think it is? The ratio? God, how long has Prescott been in the league again?
9 years.
9 years? Oh wow, it's longer than I thought. I'm gonna say. Yeah, against the Commanders.
Just them at home. Not
just at home. Okay. Well, so 9 years is still a long time.
That's half the game,
So I'll say 20 TDs, 10 interceptions. maybe 25. Let's go 25 TDs, 10 interceptions.
20 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 0 interceptions at home against the Commanders.
Wow.
I was really going to be surprised if you're like 20 touchdowns, no interceptions. I would have lost my shit. I would have said you looked that shit up before you came here.
No. My phone is locked.
That is a stat that I could not believe watching the game on Sunday. And
that is wild, dude. Holy shit.
20 touchdowns, 0 interceptions against the Commanders. Now,
that is wild.
As much as I will go down saying Dak is an MVP fucking candidate. You cannot take it away from him. Their defense is garbage. He's the one keeping them in all the games. The disrespect about him not being MVP is out of this world. It's because he's got a star in his helmet and people hate the Cowboys. That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't even deny that, man.
That man is the reason we have our 3 wins and our 1 tie.
Right.
He's not the reason we have our losses. That's our defense.
That's the defense.
That's our defense, exactly. 100%. But I honestly just don't trust that defense. Dak is going to keep us in the game. But look what Bo Nix did in 37 seconds. After getting that ball in the 4th quarter. That man has the man has the it factor. And I'm not saying that Dak doesn't. I think the game comes down to who gets the ball last. That's what I think the game comes down to. And I think it comes down to the Broncos because they just get it and they kill the clock. Just like they did. Like I think they do what the Giants should have done to them.
Okay.
And I think they get within field goal range to win the game, and they kill the clock. That's what I think happens. I don't think it's because Dallas can't beat them. I just know if I bet on Dallas, they're gonna lose. So I'm just not doing it. I'll take a loss in our picks challenge, but I'd much rather have a win for the Cowboys.
Yep. Understandable.
Up next, I think we both know who's going to win this game. We got the Bills and the Panthers. We both know the Bills are going to take it. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Panthers had a good run. They won a couple games.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see them beat the Bills because it would be the upset of the year. It would be the upset of the year.
If they beat the Bills, I will lose my fucking shit. I will buy a Chuba Hubbard jersey if they beat the fucking Bills. or Nico Dobbins or something. I will buy one of their current players because all the jerseys that I have are players who are long gone.
And then up next, yeah. Did you see Doug Martin died the other day?
I did see that.
That was sad. I had him in a bunch of fantasy leagues. And now being like I'm not going to say a Tampa resident, but a Tampa fan because they're the local team.
Right.
Like, I'm like, damn, I knew who that guy was. Like, I wasn't even a Bucs fan.
Right. It fucking sucks, man.
It's sad. Rest in peace, buddy. But we also got Aaron Rodgers returning to Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
We got the Packers against the Steelers.
Oh, man.
I just thought of it because I say it every time. We should just call this Who You Got. That's going to be this segment. It's Who You Got.
Who you got?
I think this is going to be a tough one. This
is a tough pick for me because the Packers have shown how bad they can be,
and also
but they've also shown how good they can be. Yep. Exactly. So it's like, which team is going to show up this time? Whereas the Steelers have been relatively consistent, but I think Aaron Rodgers is going to want to make a statement here. So he's probably going to play out of his mind or like fire up the team to do so. It's Brett Favre all over again, just on the Steelers, not the Vikings.
Yeah, he went to the Jets and then he went to instead of going to the Vikings, he went to the fucking.
He got his revenge game while he was on the Vikings.
Well, no, but I'm saying like Brett Favre went from the Jets to the Vikings, and now Aaron Rodgers is going from the Jets to the Steelers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Following the path of Brett Favre.
Yeah, right. He looked at the schedule and was like, I want to go to this team because they play the Packers. Damn. Yeah, so I think the Steelers are going to take this one.
Yeah,
I feel like it's going to be close. But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to. I don't know if he will let the Steelers lose.
That's
if
fair.
that makes sense.
I also kind of agree with that, but I'm also on the Micah Parsons is on a vengeance tour train as well.
That's fair.
That man had 3 sacks yesterday.
Damn.
I think that's as many sacks as he had for the Cowboys last year.
Damn. All right.
Nonetheless, like
yeah, that's
him
good.
leaving our defense has killed us. I'm not gonna lie. Clark got injured yesterday as well. Just gonna throw that out there. So the person we got for Micah then got hurt because you were worried Micah's gonna get hurt. So you just fucked yourself all over. Like,
right.
Should have just kept Micah and you would have been fine. But nonetheless, I'm an angry Cowboys fan. I am gonna take the Packers because I will always root for Micah Parsons unless he's playing the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Because because Micah was the one guy on that team that grew up a Cowboys fan. He grew up a Cowboys fan. He got drafted by his favorite team, and then they let him down. I can understand his anger going into this year, and I respect it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. He mad. Oh, he mad. He big mad.
Sunday night game, we got the Commanders against the Chiefs. Who you got?
Oh, Chiefs all the way, man.
Yeah, me too.
They're
Me too.
Oh, sorry. They got all their players back.
Yeah, Rashee Rice had a fucking game this week.
Yep.
I said that man on my fantasy bench. He had 28 points. I know I already went over it with you last night. I could have had 200 fantasy points this week with a standard roster, not even an expanded roster.
Right.
Like, I have a league where we have the normal quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, flex. Then you get 2 more flexes and a super flex, which includes a quarterback.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
So this is an expanded league, and I've never hit 200 points in that league.
Damn.
So, like, this was the greatest week of fantasy football my life has ever seen.
That's incredible, dude.
I legitimately could have put up 200 points if I had different people in.
That would have been hilarious if you did.
I won either way, so I don't necessarily care.
That's fair. But
it's still like the bragging rights of like, I got a 200-point week. Who else can ever say that? I don't think anyone can say that. You know what I mean?
Your new team name, 200 points.
And then the Monday night game, I think going to be the game of the week. Colts and 49ers. Who you got, Chris?
Colts and 49ers. Oof. Wait, Monday night. Monday night's the Chiefs and Commanders. What are you talking about?
I was looking at my wild card. That was my wild card. I'm sorry. I had to slash in between them.
Gotcha. Well, did you pick the Chiefs too, right?
I did pick the Chiefs. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was thinking that I had Colts / 49ers because that was my wild card and forgot I didn't write wild card on it.
Gotcha. I was gonna say the Colts aren't even playing the 49ers.
They're not. That was me being a dum dum. I wrote it wrong. I should have wrote it line by line instead of slash.
Slash.
But
Stop slashing.
I'm gonna probably go with the Colts as my wild card. I'm gonna take the first pick. Fuck it. I usually let you take the first pick. I'm gonna take the Colts as my wild card.
You take the first pick. Your birthday was more recent. I'm gonna go. Yeah. If you that was going to be one of my choices, but I'm going to go.
I figured as soon as I picked it, I figured it was. That's why I was like, "What time is your game that you're picking?"
Well, it's funny you say that because my initial choice was Tampa Bay and New Orleans, which is what I'm going to go with.
Oh, okay. That's going to be that's a very good pick, 100%.
Yeah. So like, it's funny you said that because I was like, well, the game's at 4:05, but then the Colts are at 4:25, so it's like,
It's an afternoon game. Yeah. You're right. That's why it's an afternoon game.
I was trying to be vague when you initially asked me. Yeah.
That's fair.
And if you, those were two of my picks. The other pick I would have gone with is the 49ers and Texans. But I'm going to go with the
Bucks
and Saints. Yeah, Bucks and Saints. Obviously, Bucks in that one.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll end it there. This is we're about 20 minutes shorter than normal. That's good. We wanted to go shorter. We could have gone a little, but we got sucked into Halo. It's good. We're all good.
We did.
Chris, where can they find us? Where can they find you? Where can they find any of us?
You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find Tommy on Twitch. There, that way, this way. I don't know which fucking way.
He's over there. I'm everywhere.
He is everywhere. He is Tommy Tsunami. That's what he does. You can, all of the links in the description. Go buy Tommy's merch on it for his Twitch channel. I know that's not here, but who fucking cares?
I don't have that link here, but
but yeah.
The big thing is comment down below, subscribe, follow. Again, let us know what should we try. The Tommy tries, the Murph's Munchies. Let us know what we should do here. We can. You know what? How does this sound? Just as an idea.
Yeah.
Murph's Munchies will be when you pick what we eat. Tommy tries is when I pick what we eat or drink.
Okay, sure.
We got a little plan here. But either way, let us know what should we eat, what should we drink, what should we try. As always, thank you for joining us for the Shenanigans Podcast, or as some of us like to say, Shenanigans with Tommy and Chris. That's where you can find us, at Shenanigans with Tommy and Chris. We are the good old boys that love to hang out, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.